good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and there's a current event running in Diablo 4, so I thought I would actually log in for the first time in about a month, I think, and have a look at the event and see how it's going. I enjoy Diablo 4. I just got to remember that I'm not playing with WASD. So speak with Yenwei in Ked Bardu. So let's go to Ked Bardu. Yeah, got to remember I'm moving with my mouse.
By the gods, what a sight!
What's going on?
Seeing this? That moon looks ripe, as if you could pluck it off the vine. Ancestors must be having some fun. Even heard the shrines throughout the land are rippling with their spirit, humming the moon's tune, granting fortune to those who earn it. Better go revel in their boons while you still can. Who knows how long this awakening will last?
So need to earn a bunch of stuff. Stop doing that. I've been playing too much Path of Exile. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to look at character, keys. So I need to go and look at my stash. Got to remember how to play this thing.
Know that I have your back.
So, Condemn, Falling Star, Rally and Blessed Hammer, Defiance Aura, Fanaticism Aura. So I don't know if the shrines you do in the middle of a Horadrim strong room will count. Doesn't look like they do. Which is fine. Yeah, completing level 6 is tricky. There just don't seem to be enough monsters that spawn. Hey, Ignition. It's been a bit more reasonable for the last few days, but still quite warm.
This will do.
By the gods, what a sight!
It is done.
Complete the Undercity She-Heck priority quest to unlock? What the hell are you talking about? Okay. Been a while since I've looked at this, so
Forge awaits your return.
I think, well, Phil is already moving on to another new job, so she hasn't started her new one again. So there was stuff that happened with her old contract, and yeah, stuff. So they put her on a contract, and she's going to end up not doing the contract that had originally been planned because not a good fit. Not that she's not a good fit for the contract, but the contract is not a good fit for her.
For they heard the call and will shake the gates of the hells. Brothers and sisters, do not! The Gasra are no longer content to stay in their citadel. Now they venture out. They come in the night. With each passing, we sent our most. Perhaps there's good reason. Please find where our warriors.
Man, where am I headed? Okay, we'll go do that.
I hear your voice, Smith.
I need to keep looking. I'm too late.
Over here. The Khazra found us.
But yeah, my new one's going okay.
Powerful. Please help my friends find hidden gold.
I am probably going to need to take some time off work for medical reasons, which sucks, but it's the way it goes.
Stop where you are! You're neither Castra nor Kuras. Then you saw what happened to the others. We failed the priest.
Your loss is great.
It's nothing compared to the labyrinth. We made it this. We were sent, and yet we can.
Don't worry.
Perhaps you are.
Where the hell am I? I don't want to do the Dark Citadel. There's no way I want to do the Dark Citadel. Are you shitting me? I don't want to do this. What are you doing? It's a multiplayer thing that is just shit. So you need multiple people to do it. It's just, it's a terrible game mode. It's not fun. And it seems that they've added these things that you need to do. What is this? So, complete the Undercity Seahek priority. What is going on here? If it requires you to do the Dark Citadel, then I don't actually care. Because the Dark Citadel is shit.
By the gods, what a sight! Are you seeing this? That moon looks... What's not special about it? I'm not sure, but...
So it says I've got a quest here.
Gods, you're back. I've been dying. Dad would have loved...
That's not it. What the hell is this? I want to look this up. Because the Undercity is not the Dark City. Dark Citadel. Hang on, what do you mean glad you found? Apparently the problem goes away after a period of time. I don't understand. Let's put those...
Ah, a warrior. Plenty worth keeping.
Okay. Yeah, Felino and I tried the multiplayer thing one time. And it was terrible. We hated it. We never wanted to go back.
Even if they don't.
Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, maybe that way. Oh, dungeon is cleared. Okay. Yeah, this seems broken. Okay, I hope they patch this because this is broken. And keys aren't dropping. Why are keys not dropping? Now, the question is, am I getting sigil powder? 1226. Let's run another dungeon. Ruby reserve is fine. Oh, I did get a key.
This should be interesting. Oh, crap.
Oh. So if you're still around, Ignition, did you look at the new No Man's Sky expedition and patch? How is it that Blizzard can't release a single event without it being bugged? I mean, really?
Need something forged?
So STEAM, socket. Temper. Enchant, I don't need to do. Although I could try and improve one of those. Aspect, which is indomitable.
I can take common, turn it special. That's a good omen.
Masterwork.
That there is worth the coin. Unexpected.
Yeah, let's try that. It really is. I mean, it looks interesting. But they have kind of abandoned No Man's Sky, which sucks. And cooldown reduction. I don't think I need cooldown reduction. Although it might be better. More resist all, more life per 5, less maximum life, more strengths. I'm going to say those are better. So I take the... well, what I do is I go over to my stash. I go to my socketables. I go to the jeweler. I unsocket the... What have they got in them? Back gar.
Out nicely.
I'm not worried about the tedium of it. Like, it looks fine to me.
Come back if you need.
It's more... God, you don't get many dungeon keys. Did I get much in the way of materials? No, I didn't. Wow, this sucks. You know, that's the sort of stuff I don't mind doing. It's more the concept of I don't know what it is they're trying to achieve. I think I probably am. I think I'm going to give it a try. I may even give it a try this weekend, because I think it's live. assume that was a treasure goblin. I'm not sure how long the expedition runs for, but they normally run for a few weeks when they're a main expedition. So, yeah, I might give it a look. I don't know. I mean, it does kind of feel like they've abandoned No Man's Sky to turn it into something else. And it's like... Thanks. Yeah, I've still got to unlock that priority quest, which is dumb. I don't even know what that priority quest is supposed to be. No, no, and no.
My skill is unmatched. You'll see.
I mean, the problem is they don't actually care about No Man's Sky. That's the problem. I mean, I'll probably give it a look. Actually, shrines are probably a good one to do at the moment.
Father bless.
The problem is the fact that they've abandoned No Man's Sky the way they have is not making me feel better about wanting to get Light No Fire. Because it's making me feel that what they're going to do is they're going to sell all their copies of Light No Fire, and then they're going to have, well, what's the next big thing we can sell? And then they'll abandon Light No Fire even quicker. Multiplayer in D4 is really good, but the multiplayer dungeon is not. the Citadel thing. So down here there's the Dark Citadel. Dark Citadel, I don't know anyone who really enjoyed the content. I know a whole bunch of, they added it 4 or 5 seasons ago, and a whole bunch of people did it when, I think they added it with the expansion. Or it might have been the season after the expansion. I know a whole bunch of people who tried it and no one returned to it. Like, I've got a colleague at work who played this a lot, and I think he said he did Dark Citadel once and never went back. This is someone who did level 300 every season, multiple characters, like did absolutely everything, loved the game, did Dark Citadel once. It is the least engaged with content in the game. Is it fixable? Yes. Will they fix it? We'll see. I mean, the best thing they could do is make it 2-player. I think it requires 3 or more. If they made it 2-player, then, you know, someone like Fel and I could sit down and say, okay, we're going to coordinate it and get it done. Or something like that. But just it's just too fiddly. I think what they tried to do was interesting. The implementation was bad. I think it has potential. The thing is, it takes a long time to do, and it takes a lot of coordination. And in the time that you can do one Dark Citadel, you can do 7, 8, or 9 of anything else in the game, and the rewards are about equivalent. And the engagement of the content, like the actual feeling of doing the content, is no different. Like, it's not more fun. In fact, it's less fun. So why would anyone do it?
Your bones betray you. They shall soon serve me. Yes.
Whoa.
At least
No. Your bones betray you. They shall soon serve me. No.
This is a world boss, yes. Okay. Hey, Eric.
It is done.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Shields instead of wrenches? Oh, I've no idea. Sorry, missed it. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if it's different types of mods get different type of I actually hadn't noticed. It's possible different types of mods get different symbols now. No, they can't. Oh, that didn't count. Well, that sucks. So using shrine dungeons actually is a detriment. Well, that crap. It's like, okay, I need to use shrines, so I'll run a dungeon with shrines in it. But if you run a dungeon with shrines in it, the shrines that you get from the dungeon key don't count. Well, that's... That one will, though. Stuff keeps changing. We've got all sorts of weird issues going on with all sorts of stuff at the moment. If that's the biggest problem I'm facing in my life right now, I can live with it. I don't know if you saw, Eric, I've updated the arrow quadruple puzzle that I did. I really like the one deduction in column 2, so I'm basically letting that stand. I really do like the deduction about where can one go in column 2.
What will it be?
I think the one that's there now is slightly better than version 4, which was the previous one I posted. I think the 2 quad in box 4 does make you think, I think it makes you think about that column a little bit more. So even though it doesn't make the deduction any simpler, I think it sort of directs you to look at it. So one of the weird things is I'm actually taking a bit of a break from the puzzle channel. Everything's queued to go for the next 2 weeks. So I don't need to touch the channel at all, and I'm kind of ignoring it for a bit. For some mental health. And some of it has to do with some of the toxic commenters, but not a lot. I mean, just being away from those is going to be good, but some of it is I just need some downtime. Things have been a bit weird. And I hope you liked the Martha solve. It's kind of okay. I mean, but just taking a break from it, will be nice. And yesterday I submitted my first puzzle to CTC in 8 months. Have a good one, Eric. So Blizzard have announced some of the details that are coming with the next Diablo 4 expansion. And I can predict right now what they're going to fuck up with them all. Because of course they will. So the new class, yeah, it'll be overpowered and everything, whatever. So they're releasing, I think it's a Warlock. It's going to be ridiculously overpowered. Who gives a shit? Okay, big deal. They're going to add a new endgame system where you can set up war plans, which you set up the tasks you want to do, and as you progress through those tasks, you'll get sort of progression. How that is exactly going to work isn't clear yet, but they will absolutely do something to fuck that up. They will absolutely do something to fuck that up.
That's good stuff.
And what the fuck up is going to look like, I don't know. But I expect what it's going to be is it'll be too slow with not enough reward for the effort you put in, and there'll be very little player agency in the best way to do it. So there'll be an absolute meta. So rather than giving you choice in the way to play, you have to play a particular way, which reduces player choice rather than adds player choice. That's my gut feeling about how all of this is going to go. Then I think it's Warlock. I could be wrong about that, but let me have a look. D4 plus, yeah, Warlock. Then the the one after that, and that they're talking about adding, is they're going to be adding a loot filter. Now, the reason I think this is going to be funny is at the same time as they're adding a loot filter, they're also adding a Horadrim cube, which is, or something like a Horadrim cube, which is similar to an item that existed in Diablo 3. And they've said that you'll be able to use the Horadrim cube to craft with vast quantities of powerful resources to be able to empower your items. Okay, great. Horadrim Cube sounds good. But what they're going to do, I'll guarantee you, is they're going to make it that the loot filter means that you just don't see all the items that drop. So they're going to balance the materials you need for your Horadrim cube around the fact that everyone gets, you know, all of these intrusive sigils and baleful fragments. Like, oh, people are coming out with like 85,000 coiling wards. So if we turn around and say a hard craft should take 5,000 coiling wards, that'll be fine. And then they add a loot filter to the game, which makes it that you don't see a lot of the crap that drops. And they won't make it that it's auto-salvaged, they'll make it that you just don't see it. Which means that a lot of this stuff that you get because you pick it up and you take it back and you salvage it, you won't see anymore. So the amount of stuff that people get are going to go down significantly. People will get like half of what they did before, if not less, and yet the amount of stuff that they're going to need is going to go up because they're going to have to interact with the Horadrim cube in all of these different ways, and they won't have taken that into consideration at all. Guaranteed. And you'll just end up with this total crap fest of this total crap fest of people not seeing as much loot, which is going to be great. You'll be able to turn around and say, I don't want to see anything that's not ancestral. I don't want to see anything that is even ancestral with less than 2 affixes unless it's got these things. If they do their loot filter well, it'll be great. But then people, unless they make it that the loot filter auto-salvages for you, no one is going to have the items they need in order to power the new Horadrim cube, and they're not going to balance that correctly because Team A will be looking at how much materials people are coming out of seasons with and balancing the Horadrim cube around that, while Team B is significantly reducing the amount of materials that everyone gets. And it's going to be an absolute shit show. And, I mean, you can kind of prove that by looking at what they've done with this. They've added this new event, or they've turned on the lunar event, which they turned on last year, and, like, people need to have done this quest in order to be able to open the rewards. And I probably worked last year. It was probably broken last year, but it's like, people are now running with individual characters that haven't done those quests. Hey, Chip. And it's like, this is a bug that would have taken 20 seconds to test for. But you've gone live with a bug and haven't... It's just a fucking disaster. So we just know that they're going to get this completely wrong. Now, I mean, not as wrong as Grinding Gear Games gets PoE 2. It's really funny. I've been enjoying watching a lot of PoE 2 videos, which is, here's how you effectively exploit the game to get past the problems that are in the game. It's like, wow. Here's software you can download that you can install on your computer that allows you to bypass or to exploit the game in order to get past problems that the game has. And these software are installed by so many people. And it's like, wow, that's the sign of a good game. When your game needs to be hacked to be playable. Congratulations, Grinding Gear Games. But yeah, Blizzard are absolutely going to mess it up because every person who's doing what I do is going to predict it. And Blizzard are going to have the problem, and then they're going to go, well, there's no way we could have known to avoid this problem. It's like, listen to anyone.
Came apart nicely.
We're all predicting that it's going to happen. Man, they still haven't fixed this issue. Click. The tooltip goes away. The hand closes. You can see I'm clicking on the thing. Oh. And now I don't know where that dungeon is because it only opens the first time. So I've lost my dungeon key? I've lost my dungeon key because the click thing didn't work. Unless it was that one. Let's hope. But yes, I predict when the expansion comes out and the loot filter is included. The Last Epoch loot filter is really good. The Path of Exile loot filter is not. Like, it does a really good job, but it's not very good because you need to use a third-party tool in order to make it work. So you've got to use a third-party website in order to make the loot filter work. So we support a loot filter, but we're not going to provide a loot filter, and we expect people in our community to make websites that allow people to set up their own loot filters. We can only make money from selling the game, therefore we're not going to put any effort into making the game playable. What? What? So yeah, that's a really weird one. I think their loot filter is really nice in its design and what it can actually do. I just think it's a real shit user interface. Now, there are third-party tools to help you make Last Epoch loot filters easier, and that's fine. But there is no way of actually doing the loot filter at all in Path of Exile that I can see. So, yeah, that's we'll code it so that loot filters can work, but then other people have to do that work for us. Is just crap. I have no idea what this guide thing is. I'm assuming it's not actually completable. Yeah, see, it's, I don't know where it's going. It's running in a random direction. Horadric cube, as in the Horadrim. Now, the interesting thing is they're adding the Warlock class to Diablo 2, which is fascinating. I haven't played Diablo 2 or they're adding it to Diablo 2 Remastered. Now, I haven't played Diablo 2 in forever. I don't think I've played Diablo 2 in 15 years. I was like, do I want to get Diablo 2 and play it? Maybe. It's a shame they didn't do anything with Diablo 3. I really like Diablo 3. But they're going to screw up the loot filter. And they're going to screw up the loot filter in the way of people need items and people need materials and they're not going to get enough materials. It is absolutely guaranteed. I think D4 is probably better than D3 now. When it launched, I think D3 still was better. I mean, D3, I had so much fun with D3. It was just a really good game. So, yeah, it's easy to love a game that you really enjoy. And I spent a lot of time really enjoying Diablo 3.
Whole battle. It seems you have whole battle luck. Try again.
I still think Diablo 3 doesn't take itself quite so seriously, and that's a good thing.
You can take what's left.
It seems your prayers have been answered.
I think the crafting systems and everything in Diablo 4 have basically made Diablo 4 a better game. But it took them a while for Diablo 4 to become a better game.
It seems your prayers have been answered.
But going back to Diablo 3 is definitely something I could see myself doing, because I enjoy it.
Take a chance, wanderer. It seems your prayers have been answered.
I mean, that has the potential to be better. I should, but I'm not gonna.
Till next time.
It's not as if I'm playing this game very much.
Fare thee well.
This is filling up like hell. I put this. Still can't move that over. God, I really should run some of these.
Well struck.
Well, if you look at it, Eric, it's the... What I did is it's the irregular grid from the something irregular pack where we did the 12 irregular puzzles using the same grid, presented as cages on a standard Sudoku grid. So it's normal 9x9 with the irregular grid overlapped on top of it. So it's something irregular on a regular grid. So Stay Regular seemed like a perfect name for it. I'm in for a massive disappointment, but I'm really excited for Totally Sudoku. And I know I'm in for a huge disappointment. I know it's going to get like a couple of 100 solves and no one's going to give a damn. And the feedback from my regulars will be good, but no one else will give a shit. And we're already working on the next one.
They were nothing. Did you truly think all of this would be that easy? You think you've won? This is just the beginning.
Let's stay only as long as we need to.
And the thing is, with a loot filter running, all of that stuff that dropped, I would see none of it. Which is why you want your loot filter to be auto-salvage anything that is not met by the loot filter. And Blizzard could use it as a money-making opportunity where they turn around and say, we're going to sell a... I don't know that they would, because they've said they're not going to sell game improvements, so probably not. So, yeah, that's a Grinding Gear Games would absolutely do it, but I don't think Blizzard will. Yeah, I'm a little burnt out at the moment because that arrow puzzle that you tested, Eric, I think that was 30 hours to make. The break-in took me 2, and then literally those last 4 constraints took me 28 hours to get right. And I don't think it would have gone well if it hadn't been for my testers providing feedback. So the first one, I sent it to a couple of people and the response was, no, don't do this. And it was like, yeah, I wasn't sure. And then I thought I had one that was good and the feedback was like, it's not quite there. So I think it took me another 6 hours to come up with literally how to replace one arrow. Oh, I'm talking about active time. Like, overall, the puzzle took me nearly 3.5 weeks to make. I'm talking about that's how much time I spent staring at the grid, working with the grid, testing the grid, trying different options, doing test solves. That's how long puzzles can take. I mean, occasionally you'll knock out a puzzle in under an hour, but 99% of the time you do that, it's garbage. Yeah, the break-in for this arrow one, which I'm really happy with, I came up with that one, like, in bed. Didn't have a grid, didn't have a notepad, didn't have anything. Like, I did it completely in my head. And oddly, most of the really good puzzles, or most of the really good logic I've put into puzzles, that's the way it's worked. And I then played with it for a bit, and then I had to step away because I couldn't make it work. And then the next arrow in the grid, I also did pretty much in my head. A few days later, I was on a walk, and it was like, hang on a minute. What if I... The final one, though, did not work that way. The final one was just pure hard work. Well, two of the clues, I'm not sure in the current version, but I know one of the clues in the current version of the puzzle is absolutely not needed, but it's not as good without it. The puzzle is unique without it, but the puzzle isn't as good without it.
They were nothing. Did you truly think all of this would be that easy? You think you've won? This is just the beginning.
I remember Sotek and I made a puzzle called Spa Bath. And in that puzzle, which was an arrow puzzle, and we were sitting there with it trying to figure out what to do, and we added a single given digit, and it turned it from a not good puzzle into a really good puzzle. And a few people came back to it saying, you know, this puzzle is solvable without the given digit. I was like, yes, but it's terrible. And one of them like sat down and determined to write a solve guide on how to solve it without the given digit. And it's like, yeah, we know it's solvable. It's just awful. And just adding one given digit didn't break the logical flow of pretty much anything, but removed so many inference chains.
You can take what's left.
No witchcraft here. Only honest magics.
I'm really over Whisper 4 puzzles.
No, that
I think one of the reasons I'm taking a break from puzzles is I don't want to do another Whisper 4 puzzle for a month. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do season 12. It probably doesn't mean more gaming. I mean, the reason I haven't been doing more gaming is the same burnout issue. Yeah, I'll try and figure out tomorrow what I want to do. We may actually have some friends over for a movie day. Spawn more mobs. Why are you not spawning mobs? Jesus. It didn't spawn the mobs until after the shrine buff wore off. That sucks.
this, my friend. It's not, but I hope it helps.
I've not seen Butcher yet tonight, or at least if I have.
What will it be?
Then he died too fast. Yeah, needing that quest, which I've done, is just completely broken. Like, you can't actually do the quest. It's the quest to unlock the Kurast Undercity, but I've unlocked the Kurast Undercity. Getting closer.
This should be interesting.
Have I been seeing any... I started watching one of my favourite TV shows again recently, but I know it's not something that most people are going to be interested in, so... Yeah. There are many people here fans of horror movies. I enjoy watching them, but I wouldn't call myself a fan.
They've been few. Please, take it back from them. Let it end.
So again, it depends on people's definition of horror movies. For a lot of people, horror movies mean like gore and knives and chainsaws and stuff. For me, that's just gore and knives and stuff. That's not what I call horror. Horror is something that instills actual horror. Adrenaline rush movies are not horror movies to me. Let the Right One In. Now that's a good horror movie.
Such power.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen the anime. I'm a big fan of psychological drama. Something that really makes you feel the emotions of the people going involved with it, whatever that emotion is. One of my favorite movies of all time. Some people consider it a horror movie. Others consider it sort of art house. Some of them consider it a drama, but it's Melancholia. I think Melancholia is a phenomenal movie. To me, a horror movie is something like The House That Jack Built. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Gothica. Good Lord.
It is done.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen Gothica. did people here watch Pluribus? And if so, what did you think of it? Feel free to say you haven't seen it and you are interested in watching it and therefore no spoilers. I would like a spoiler-free chat about it, I suppose. It's too new for me to... Melancholia is definitely a movie. Like, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely a movie that I love Melancholia. One of the things I love about Melancholia is it's a movie that it's a movie that is not depressing for people who suffer from depression, but is depressing for people who don't. Like, it really feels like a movie that was made by someone who deeply understands the concept of really bad depression. Because there's a character in it that suffers from incredibly bad depression. And the events that happen in the movie, at the end of the movie, are incredibly tragic. But because of the way it's presented, if you know what a really bad depression is, at the end of it, you're like, ah, that's nice. Even though it is absolutely terrible. Like one of the literally one of the most cataclysmic endings to a movie ever. And yet you can, if you understand deep depression, you can go, ah, that's nice. Whereas people who don't understand deep depression and never felt it that I've watched the movie with have just gone, oh my God, that's terrible. It's like, no, that's beautiful. It's like, how is that beautiful? And you need to understand. It's like, you gotta have the perspective right. And it's weird. It's a very strange movie. But it's not often that you get a movie that feels like it's made purely for people with sort of... it's just strange. I find it beautiful. This being bugged is just so fucked up. I can't imagine that working. I mean, maybe, but I can't imagine it working. Because one of the nice things about Melancholia is it's slow. It takes its time. I like movies that take their time.
Came apart nicely.
I did recently watch a couple of seasons of American Horror Story again recently, which I quite enjoyed. There are several seasons of that I think are excellent. I thought the first season was really well done. Yeah, I've enjoyed most of the seasons of American Horror Story. Hotel was probably my favorite, and I rewatched Hotel again recently. I should possibly watch Asylum again. I liked Asylum. And the one at the carnival was very good as well.
At least I can put my skills to use.
I don't know if it's a YouTube bug, but it looks to me like everyone has left. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was called Freak Show or not. It's a bit unfortunate that it was, because... But it was a good season. At least I remember enjoying it. The two-parter series, I thought half of it was really good and half of it was really bad. But I understand what the one I didn't enjoy. I understand they were playing on the original, some of the original horror movie tropes. Trying to remember Roanoke.
Help! I beg you!
Was that the reality TV one? Yeah, I think that one was a bit weird, yeah. But there was one that had like 4 episodes, which was like it was like 4 or 6 episodes, either at the start or the end, which was like a 1960s atomic horror flashback. And I really enjoyed that.
That's good salvage.
But I've recently started watching Twin Peaks again, and I didn't realize it was Stormbane's Wrath. Probably won't matter. Yeah, man, that's a good show. You've got to understand what it is you're wanting to do when you watch Twin Peaks. Yeah, I'm never going to turn around and say to someone that they should absolutely watch Twin Peaks. You need to understand what it is you're getting into. And what you're getting into looks like a soap opera, but isn't. But trying to wrap your head around that, yeah, not something I'm going to try and... yeah. Not for everyone. Absolutely. And even people who love Twin Peaks, very few of them love Twin Peaks Season 3. I think Season 3 of Twin Peaks is great. See, all of those items dropping there, that's the sort of thing where you want it to be like, just trash that stuff for me. There's a loot filter, I never want to see it, just make it turn into materials for me. Phil and I are currently working through, for the first time, Supernatural and enjoying it. X-Files is a good show. I mean, we enjoyed Fallout. We thought Fallout was very good. We're enjoying Starfleet Academy. Most people aren't. We are.
It seems it seems your prayer. Very nice. It seems your prayers have been answered.
Come back if you need work.
It seems not there. It seems your prayers have been very nice, but could be better.
That's good salvage.
It seems a bit of magic. It seems your not much, is it?
And that's the other thing they want to do, is make it that when you buy items from this, if it does salvage or anything, that the loot filter auto salvages stuff that you wouldn't want.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Take a chance, wanderer. It seems you're very nice. Not. It's very nice. It seems your prayers have been answered.
Do you know the reference for that one, Chip? I can't remember if it's mentioned in the episode why the quote, "nothing important happened today" is relevant. Because it's been a very long time since I've seen it. Need to do at least one more dungeon. This might be what I need to use Diablo for, which is when I've been like doing a bit of I can't get back into the mood for gaming. Like I need to do something in order to sort of rebuild my mindset or whatever. Play some Diablo 4 because it's a nice way to potentially just get myself back in the log on and play something mindset without it being too much effort. Sort of. So, King George III, the one from Hamilton, he used to keep a journal. And of course, he was in England, and there was no such thing as immediate communication. And on the 4th of July, 1776, I think it's 1776. I think it was 1776. I can't remember. I'm not American. I should know from Hamilton, but I think it was 1776. He wrote in his journal, "Nothing important happened today." When, for the Empire, something incredibly important happened that day. He just wasn't aware of it yet. Like, really funny when you think about it. So, nothing important happened today. Yeah, it did. Why are you going that way? Where the fuck are you going? Where are you going? This stuff is useless. What the fuck are they doing? There's no way of getting attunement this way. Great, thanks. So the follow the ghostly apparitions will deliberately lead you in the wrong direction. Okay. Away from monsters. Okay, don't do those. They're just shit. They are broken and don't work. Oh, yeah. Watching the fiasco that is the US at the moment is cray-cray. That's what I was looking for. Man, this last one requires a lot of shrines. No, maybe not.
Kudos, Wanderer. Because of you, more celebrants can follow in your footsteps. The awakening is everywhere for the first time.
No, it did it last year.
Just in our humble corner. I've been seeing the spirit of this season on everyone's faces.
Nope, that's whiskey.
All I ever wanted. Thank you. Gods, I can't wait for next year.
And that's the horse. So I got the horse. Didn't even notice which one it was. So that was it. That was the event. It's broken though, which is really balked. So it'll be nice if they fix it. But that was the event. So what was the horse? If I go here, go to my wardrobe. Why is the wardrobe taking so long to answer? Go to the stable. I just got Awakened Steed. That one. That's kind of cool. Where the hell did I get the basilisk from? Okay, from purchasing Lord of Hatred. Yeah, not a fan. The lizard horse is weird. Look at that. That is just strange. No idea where that came from. Quite like that one. Let's go for that look. And I think I'll call that done. No, maybe do I want to... What time is it? It's still early. I might do a couple of boss runs. Because I've got all of these. Pincushion dock. Let's go do some... Do 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 do. Not really. None of that was useful. Do 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 do. I can't even remember the puzzle that's coming out on the channel tonight.
Came apart nicely.
What is the puzzle coming out on the channel tonight? Ah, it's that one. Okay, yep. I've been doing too many fog puzzles recently. But there won't be one. This will be the last one this month. Probably not. I think the core skills is more important. Yeah, the core skills is more important. Damn. Particularly considering the Herald of Zuckaroom I've got with core skills has 50% increased strength, resistance, armor, and retribution. So, yeah, that did not work. And it's not as if I should be that fussed about it, because do 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 do. See? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go one more hit. Now I'll get a Belial because I won't be able to pick up the loot from it.
They were nothing.
See?
Did you truly think all of this would be that easy?
I told you.
think you've won? This is just the beginning.
Told you I'd get a Belial if I couldn't pick up the loot from it. Okay.
Came apart nice.
I am going to decapitate. I'm not sure if on No Man's Sky or the Outer Worlds over the weekend. We will see how it all goes. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been fun. I got the event done, and hopefully there'll be patch notes that say we've fixed the bug with the opening the caches, and I'll be able to log in and open the caches, which I probably won't do on stream, but I will open the caches. Yeah, thanks everyone. This has been fun. It was good to return to Diablo for a bit, and yeah, I will probably do some gaming over the weekend, but I don't know where or when. Thanks everyone, and as always, good luck finding the stories that make you happy. Bye all.